Hey friends, and welcome to the Paparazzi Stars podcast. Here we chat about all things paparazzi. Tips, tricks, suggestions, and weekly challenges. All to help you grow and explode your paparazzi accessories business to rock star success. Hello, rock stars, and welcome to another episode of the Paparazzi Stars podcast. My name is Anya Bohm, and I am your show host. Today I am joined by Alicia Williams. Now, if you've heard the name around, you know that she is a rock star in paparazzi, one of the newest elite leaders, and I am super excited to welcome her to the call today. Before we get into her interview, though, I know you are going to want to listen to this again and get the show notes, so head on over to paparockstars.com/Alicia. There you're going to find the call image that we always have, the call challenge, everything that we talk about today, so you can highlight and mark it up because you are going to want to take those notes. And you can share it with your friends because they're going to want to listen too. So, again, that's paparockstars.com/Alicia, and Alicia is spelled A-L-I-C-I-A. Now, let me tell you a bit about Alicia here. Alicia started paparazzi back in April of 2015. She has 3 beautiful children, ages 12, 9, and 7, 2 boys and a girl. She lives in Atlanta, Georgia, and she works as a college administrator with a background in education. She manages all the faculty and staff. Her favorite thing to do is reading and spending time with family and, of course, shopping. Who doesn't love shopping, right? So she became an elite leader in less than a year. Amazing, right? Her business continues to grow month over month, and she has had all kinds of new ranks and achievements in just such a short time. I believe back in, I want to say it was February, I thought I saw her having recruited, was it 35 people in a month, Alicia?
In February?
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing. I was looking at the leaderboards and I was like, man, this girl is on fire. Like, there's no other way to describe it. Alicia is executive producer, which is, of course, the elite rank, and she is Crown 25. So welcome to the call, Alicia. Did I leave anything out?
No. That I'm married. Been married for over 2 years now.
Awesome. That is important. We don't want to forget him.
But other than that, no, everything is great. So excited to be on the call with everyone today, and looking forward to sharing a few nuggets, and hopefully you guys can take quite a few things away and learn a little bit about me at the same time.
Well, we are super excited to have you. So let's jump right into the questions. How did you get started with paparazzi? Take us to that story for us.
So, initially, I had heard about paparazzi. Paparazzi is not my first rodeo with direct sales network marketing, so I was participating with another business as a vendor at an event, and I had seen paparazzi maybe 1 to 3 times at different events here and there. Never really gave it any thought, really never paid it any attention until one of my close friends who joined paparazzi a month before, kind of introduced it to me again and kind of gave me a little bit background information. But I have to honestly say, when she first initially kind of gave me the background information, I was heavily involved in the other business, and I said to myself, no, I'm not taking on anything else on my plate. My schedule was already hectic. I have so much going on with the kids, and my job is very demanding. Where would I find the time to add another business to my plate? So, and then I thought about it when she explained, what it is, it's $5 jewelry. And initially, I have to be honest, everyone. So hear me today, hear from the words of Alicia. Honestly, I was like, if it's $5, is it really quality? Do you know what type of jewelry that I wear? Honestly, this is what I said to my friend. And I was like, no, it can't be quality jewelry. So, okay, I thought about it. After our initial conversation, maybe a couple days later, I thought about it some more, kind of talked it over with my husband. He just said, is it something do you want to add this to your plate? Well, the first thing that I thought about, I said, well, I do love jewelry. I do love accessories. Anything fashion, all things girly, that is going to be me. That screams Alicia all day long. So after I'm talking with her a couple times, I didn't even say anything to her that particular day. I just signed up. But the reason why I actually signed up was because I had to put my business hat on. As always, I'm very professional in all things that I do, and I always think about the business side of things. How will this impact me? What could I actually get from this business? What is this business going to do for me? And I thought about, $5? Who couldn't sell $5 jewelry? Honestly, I told her, and she will, and when I tell her, I'm speaking of my close friends, those of you who know Tyronica Carter, who's also a premier producer in the company as well. I told her, I said, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, if I come on board, I'm going to kill the game. And these are my words right off the bat. And I was jokingly, but I knew that it was a no-brainer. You know, when I thought about it and I put away, the quality of the jewelry, I will see what the quality of the jewelry is. And no matter what the quality was, I was going to make this work for me. And I actually did just that.
I love so many things about your why. The thing I just want to highlight and bring out to everybody listening is that, you know, you kind of had your plan. Like, you had what you were doing. You had a business. You had your life, your job, and everything. And God put it in your path, and he said, you know what, here you go, and took you kind of in a new direction, one that you weren't expecting, but it happened in the right time, and probably when you weren't even expecting it. But
exactly.
So what a blessing.
I had no idea what was going to happen. My initial why, if it's okay, we can go into the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my initial why was just simply to provide a life for my family that we didn't need a vacation from, because, with everything going on, constantly hectic, and all I ever talked about is I need a vacation. Well, I knew that with Paparazzi after, some quick research and just kind of, looking at, the successes of some of the other leaders and, the things that they were doing, I knew that this would be an opportunity of a lifetime. I kept saying, this is a gold mine. This is a gold mine. This is going to come easy and natural to me simply because of I love fashion, I love accessories, I love jewelry, and I love working with women. I love to help them feel and look good about themselves. And to think that I could only do it by starting with $5 jewelry, that was like a no-brainer to me. So to simply show other women that this opportunity was, something that I can not simply pass by, and something that they should not simply pass by themselves, and just show them that, you can take this opportunity and make it work for you. So that was a huge part of my why, my family, and then showing other women that they can do this too, just with, accessories. A lot of people don't understand is that a lot of women walk around and don't have the self-confidence, but to put a piece of jewelry on them can take them from A to Z, and that to me was just amazing. So I get excited about this every time I talk about it. So
I love it.
That's a huge part of my why.
And I love how you said in there that your why has changed. This is something that kind of keeps coming up in several of the elite interviews, but that your why at the time you joined is not the same why that you have today, because naturally it has to grow, it has to change, it has to evolve. And, you still want to live a life that you don't have to take a vacation from, unless it's a paparazzi vacation, then you want to take that, right?
Exactly.
But now your why also encompasses helping others and sharing the jewelry and making other people feel beautiful. So I love that. Is there anything in that you wanted to highlight?
Just simply empowering women to greatness. A lot of women know the potential that they have inside of them, and sometimes it takes another woman or another individual to pull that out in them and help lead them along the way.
Beautiful. I love that. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a shift right here. We're going to talk about your worst paparazzi moment, that moment that you felt like giving up, and then we're going to talk about why you didn't and what you learned from that. So take us to that, draw us a picture, put us in that story with you.
Well, we're all human. Nothing is perfect in life, and when you're juggling so many things, even as an elite leader and on my journey, and so much was happening, when you are in my position as an college administrator, you have so much on you, and when I was trying to juggle, which I still am, finding the balance was very, very, I will say that again, very hard for me because the demand, my position had changed, which means more responsibilities came on. And I had to, find a balance. As Trent would talk about, what does your day-to-day look like? What does your hour-to-hour look like? And I literally, because I'm someone who's very organized and structured, I had to really take a different twist at it and say, okay, I've got to map it out to where, I can continue to do my job and be the mother and wife I need to be, also be the successful businesswoman that I know I can be. Not that I was not going to be, because I had no doubt that I will achieve the success I desire, because if you speak things into existence and you put the work behind it. One of the scriptures I like to speak about is faith without works is dead. So, my faith is very strong, but I also needed to match my faith towards my work ethic to say that I can achieve, anything that I desire. So, trying to balance that. And I had a moment in time to where I was going through extremely audit with my school, and everything was based off of what I was doing. And I was like, but it was also around a time when I was trying to hit elite. And I was like, oh, God, if you can just give me the strength to get through these next few days with this audit coming. But also, too, I had to find the time. And, when, as they say, I would tell a lot of my team members, sleep is for the broke. We don't have time to sleep right now. We need to focus on, how we're going to achieve the goal that we desire. So I would stay up many late nights and get up early mornings to help myself and my team achieve what we ultimately desired, and that was to reach our goals for that current month. So it was so hard to just juggle that, and I really felt like, I was just literally going to pass out. So that was a very tough time for me in those, literally within the last, I call it, it was like the 36-hour grind, and everything kind of transpired, and I was just like, I can't do this. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but when you serve an awesome God, and trust that he will get you through, that was enough for me. That was enough for me. So that was one of my very hard paparazzi moments, but I made it through.
We all are going to have those moments, and that's the difference between a star consultant and an elite consultant is that, you push through, you do what you got to do. I love what you said in there, the faith without works is dead. There's something that I've been living my life by lately, and it's very similar. It says, God will not do for us that which we can do for ourselves. Meaning that if I sit in my bed every day and I'm saying, God, please make me an elite leader. God, please build my team. God, I want to recruit 35 people in a month. Do you think he's going to do that for me? Well, no, because I got to get my butt out of the bed. I got to go out my door. I need to open my mouth and share $5 jewelry with the world. And that is when he is going to bring those people into my life, and that is when he's going to help me. But if I'm not doing anything to move my feet forward, he's not going to do it for me. So I had to highlight that again because it's just so perfect. So many times, like, I'll even sit in my house and be like, why am I not getting these goals that I want? Why? And then I have to think, what am I doing to get there? Am I doing everything that I physically possibly can do to get there? Just like what you said in your story there, 36 hours no sleep. Oh, my gosh. But you did it, and now you're on the other side of it. Now, what is the lesson that you want us to take from this?
Is that you can achieve anything that you desire, but the question is are you willing to put in the work to make it happen? Are you willing to make the sacrifices? Because I hear all the time, and I tell people all the time, is that, yes, you see my story, you read about my story, you hear me, you see my posts. So you see all of the glory, but you truly don't know the story behind everything that I've done. So, a lot of times, they get caught up in it, and they say, well, Alicia, I want to hit this rank. I want to hit this particular rank. Well, the first question I'm going to ask you is, are you willing to put in the work that it's going to take to achieve it? That's one of the first questions. So I always come back and say that, you've got to be prepared to make some sacrifices if you truly want to have the success that you desire. So for me, it was making the sacrifice to lose that sleep, because you're going to lose some sleep. That's life, and anything that you want, and you're going to have to make those sacrifices along the way.
So I have a little story to tell you right along the same lines. We just bought a house, and the backyard is completely dirt and weeds. And we decided when we were looking at this house, we thought, the tramp out in the backyard, the trampoline for the kids would be awesome, but we don't just want it above ground. We want to dig it into the ground because, safer, blah, blah, blah. So the place that our house is situated on the place that it is, we have 6 backyard neighbors and no real access to the street. So getting a tractor in our backyard to dig this hole is practically impossible. I mean, we could probably crane lift it in there, but whatever. So I am determined to get this trampoline into my backyard. So the last couple mornings I've been getting out of bed. I've been going in the backyard with a shovel and a wheelbarrow and digging this hole. And is it easy? No. My husband actually thinks I'm quite insane for wanting to do that. He just wanted to scrap the whole idea. And I'm like, no, I am determined. I want this to happen. Now, maybe let's be real here. If I'm digging it shovel by shovelful, it might take me 9 months. But in 9 months, when somebody comes to my house and they see the tramp in the ground, are they going to know each and every shovelful that it took to get it in that ground? Are they going to look back and see all the rocks that I had to dig out when my shovel was hitting them, and the sweat and the tears and, all of that background? No, they're just going to see the trampoline in the ground and be like, oh, yeah, that's really pretty. So You have to be willing to put in that work. You have to be willing to grind. You have to be willing to, fall down sometimes in order to get what you want to get. I just love that.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Let's keep on going here. What is a habit that you have that contributes to your success?
I am very huge on follow-up. So, social media, we live in a time where social media is the it thing, whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on Periscope, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, any of those. So I'm very big with marketing myself. You are, and I'm probably going to come back to this somewhere along the lines, is, being your own best marketing brand, your marketing tool, Nothing against, I love paparazzi, I love the back office photos, but a lot of times people want to see you in the jury, how you're going to rock it. I get asked quite a few times about, Alicia, how would you rock this particular piece? Because they want to see what it actually looks like on an individual that they recognize or that they know. So I follow, and it's a part of one of my to-do list. So I have this daily check-off that I strategically use this every single day that I created. I call it the Alicia's My Entrepreneur to-do list. I actually spoke about on the Frank's call a couple weeks ago. And I literally live by those 10 things. Those 10 things have become a habit for me every day. And because they have become a habit for me, it has led me on the road to success with this business in less than a year. So I have to give, props where props are due, because I've put a plan in place. And I do my best to, teach my girls the same thing and say that, if you put whatever the plan is, because paparazzi has laid out the habits of success for them. So I incorporate that as well, but I have also incorporated this to-do list that I use, and many of you guys can go out and you can see it on the Frank Divas group if you have not, but I can also share it with you too, Anya, so that you can provide it to anyone who may be interested in utilizing it. But that has been my habit of success. That has contributed to a major portion, because it's something that I pride myself on doing every single day. I literally do all 10 of them every single day. Now, does it become very hard to do sometimes? Yes, but that is the sacrifice that I make so that I can have the success that I desire.
Now, I just have to highlight 10 habits of success instead of 1. You rock stars are so lucky that you will get all these 10 habits, and don't think that you have to go and start day 1 doing all 10, because that's kind of, it's overwhelming. So start day 1, do 1. Do that for a week. Week 2, do 2 of them. Week 3, do 3 of them. As long as you're making forward progression, that's awesome. And thank you for sharing that with us. I will link that up in the resources so that everybody can go grab it. So y'all, you have to head over to paparockstars.com/Alicia to be able to grab that, because you're going to want to get your hands on that. Let's keep going with the next one. What advice would you give to a brand new paparazzi consultant just starting out in the business?
And I actually spoke about it just a few minutes ago. I didn't realize it was so close to this particular question is, be your own best marketing tool. Your passion and excitement for what you do is going to become contagious to others. So something I always say is, I'm not sure if you hear it in my tone and my voice now, I get very hyped. I get very excited when I talk about paparazzi. So as a brand new consultant, love what you do, because if you love what you do, it's going to show. Others are going to see, and they're going to want to know, she's super duper happy. She seems to be super duper excited. She seems to be doing very well. I want to know more about what she's doing. People are more inclined to buy into what you're doing if they see that happiness and joy what's inside of you. So I would say be your own best marketing brand. Your passion, your love for what you do will become contagious to others.
That excitement is so key, in my opinion. Like, when you have that excitement, people get excited too, and they want to be like, hey, what's that all about? Like, I like that excitement. Let me know more about this. So yeah, embrace that excitement. I know, especially starting out as a brand new paparazzi consultant, there's a lot of emotions like fear and doubt and excitement and happiness, and so just embrace the excitement and that energy and get out there and share it.
And what can I add a thing to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's to be you. To be you. Understand that yes, you are selling a product, but don't be a salesperson. No one wants to come in contact with a salesperson. Be you, share the experience, share why you decided to become a part of this, so that in turn it gives them an opportunity and make the personal connection why it will be beneficial to them. That is very important, is to kind of have that personal connection or build personal connection or relationships with others, and share why this opportunity was right for you and how it could potentially be right for them too as well.
That is so perfect, because you do you better than anybody else. And if Alicia would have come into this business and said, you know what, I am going to be like Betty Sue over here, and that's how I'm going to do my business, she wouldn't have had the same success that she's having. She did she did it well, because, nobody else can do you like you, and that is how she is rocking out her business. Not because she's doing things like everybody else, it's because she found her own way and her own path, and she is rocking it. Right, girl?
That's right.
I love it. So now, if you could suggest one thing to a consultant that was feeling kind of stuck in their business to get them moving and, heading in the right direction again, what would that be?
Well, you know what? I'm such a realist, and a lot of times, people, I don't know, sometimes, hopefully, a lot of times people don't become very fearful, because I'm very bold and I say things black and white, and there's no pun intended to offend anyone. But I love to say, honey, get over yourself. It's not about you. The moment that you realize that, you will begin to see a change in your results. So you've got to get over the whole thing about, okay, why is this not happening for me? If you focus on helping others, you will begin to see a difference in your business. If you treat your business like a business, you're going to get results like a business. So a lot of times I have to tell a lot of people, step back, and I need you to do an assessment of yourself, because you could be blocking or sabotaging your own business. You could be your own reason for why you're stuck. It's something that you could be personally doing. So I want you to step back and take a true assessment of yourself and see what you can change about the way that you're doing things, because it's not about the customers. It's not about the customers that are out there, but what can you change? What can Alicia change about herself to draw more customers to her? Is because she's not excited enough? Is she's not, could I share my story a little bit more? Could I post a little bit more, plug a little bit more into social media a couple times throughout the day? Think about the things that you could do differently that will bring about different results.
There was like 3 words in there that I'm going to reiterate, because they just totally struck me to my core. You said focus on others. If you're sitting home in your brain being like, oh, why is this not working for me? I've tried everything, blah, 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 then your focus is on who? It is on yourself. You need to get out of your head, get out of your pity party, and focus on others. And maybe go give somebody a piece of $5 jewelry, because that's all about them. You're serving them. You're giving it to them. So shift your focus to be on others, and your business is going to start to build again. I love it. I just love that. I had to bring that out because that was so
I
perfect.
have to tell people, and I know a lot of times it takes people back when I say, get over yourself, and sometimes they can get the shocked look on their face, but it's not to be mean in any way. I want you to stop thinking about you and think about how you can help others. And see, I can always say, I can almost assure you your results are going to be different if you shift your mindset.
Absolutely. And I think you said something about this a little bit earlier. When you are serving people, when you're helping them, when the focus is on them, you're not going to be salesy. You're not going to be pushy because you're there to help them and serve them. And as a result, they're going to be attracted to you, and it's going to grow your business. So it's a win-win.
It sure is a win-win, honey. You can't lose with this.
Alicia, what is a quote that inspires you?
You know, I love my God, and, you know, I have to say I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You know, no business is easy. Nothing that we desire to truly have in life comes easy. But if I trust, you know, put my trust in him, put my faith in him, I know that I can do anything and all things. So that is, you know, one of that is what keeps me going every single day. You know, I keep it on. It's something that pops up on my cell phone. I actually have it around the house, you know, just, you know, in places that, you know, I have to, different places that I'm usually pretty much inside of my house. It's a constant reminder to say to myself, you know, no matter what, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So Philippians 4:13.
And he doesn't always show you that path, does he? Like, you have to be going down the path, and, yeah, he's going to give you the strength, and you can do anything. But sometimes it might seem a little bit dark. You might not know exactly where you're going, but you just got to have that faith and move forward, put one foot in front of the other, and he'll give you the strength to go where you need to be, right? Love it. That's one of my favorites, too. Love that. What is a book that you would say is a must-read, and why?
Oh, I'm such an avid reader. But one that truly sticks out, yes. So a part of my Alicia's entrepreneur list, to-do list on a daily basis, I usually like to take about a good 30 minutes out, and I think it's very important to have that personal fulfilling for yourself. I love Go Pro by Eric Ward. 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. You know, this is network marketing. This is direct sales, but I think he really truly gives a true essence of, you know, and it's a really thin book, so it's something, you know, even for those non-readers, people who don't like to read, it's a great read. You know, it points out, you know, more in a bullet format, but with some details of, you know, how you can truly achieve the success that you desire just by incorporating these 7 steps.
It's a great read. I love that book.
I suggest that many of you go out there and you get it. You know, even if you're not a reader, trust me on this. You will thank yourself later. Your business will thank you later for it.
Absolutely. Okay, last one. You ready?
Yeah.
Here on the Paparazzi Stars podcast, we like to give a weekly call challenge. So what is one thing you would challenge the listeners to do in the next 7 days to take action in their paparazzi business?
Oh, so the next 7 days, let's see. Okay, so this week, I would say, so Facebook has this new thing, right? You know, we're into social media. Go live. People, get out there. People want to, don't just do your normal post this week. Do something different. Change up your game a little bit. Change up your strategy. So you're consistently posting about join my team, you know, and you put your little URL link attached to it. Do something different by, hey, let me get out there and let me talk to the people. They want to see something live. Share a live video. Even if it's just a couple minutes, share a success story. Share your why. Let the non-believers see what this business has done and can do for them too as well, what it has done for you and what it can do for them too as well. But go out there. You know, like I said, you know, I love to be authentic. I love to be real. I don't like to hide behind, you know, posts and so forth. I love to talk to people. And I know everybody is not an extrovert like me. I'm very outgoing. But even for those introverts, I'm going to challenge you to step outside of your comfort zone this week and do a short live video just simply sharing what your why is for paparazzi. Share a success story, even if it's just simply, hey, you know, I took my jewelry to work this week, and let me just share with you how I just made $45. That $45 is going to fill up my gas tank, you know, for the week. You know, people are looking for things that are real. So when we talk about, you know, you truly want to have the success that you desire in this business, be real with people. Show them what's actually happened. Show them your reality with this particular business. That is my challenge to you, Hobby Rockstar.
There you go, guys. Go live this week on Facebook, and let's see those videos. Hashtag them Papa Rockstars Challenge so that other people can see your videos so that we can support each other as a paparazzi family. And I cannot wait to see them. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Alicia, for coming on the call today. I know I have like a page and a half of notes. I'm sure everybody else out there is the same way. And I am excited to see what great things that you do with paparazzi in the future.
I'm so excited. I have to say, ladies, if I could say one last thing, Anya, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Is, you know what? Whatever you do, do not give up. I will say this a million times, you know, my journey is not your journey. Your chapter 1 is not my chapter 20. But whatever you do, don't give up. Stay the course, keep the faith, and just keep grinding. Girl bosses, you know, all of you entrepreneurs out there, I know that you can do it, but you just have to simply believe. If you believe in yourself, you're halfway there. Go ahead and rock it out the rest of this week, guys. Thank you, Anya, for the call. I'm looking forward to, you know, what all of these rock stars are going to do with their business over the next, how many days we have? As a matter of fact, we have 3 days left in the month. So let's see what you're going to do in these next, these 36 hours. I call it 36-hour grind. Let's see what's going to happen in the next 36 hours.
I love it. Thank you again. We will catch you at convention, if not sooner.
Oh, yes, definitely. I'll see you guys in a week. Have a great one.